swear on stream?
Husband.
Well, I certainly do.
do. I just
Am I
meant
not supposed
don't
to?
immediately. Jesus, imagine after all this
Well,
time, it
I
turns out you were.
never fucking swear. I am a saint.
Right, guys. I think we should be live right now. I think people can actually see us. Is anyone actually looking at the screen to tell me if we're live?
Yes, but I've got a wee advert going up.
I can see us.
Oh,
I
hello,
don't know.
us. There we
Hello,
are.
Oz.
I'm on TV.
I'm going to turn that down.
Smile.
Hi, right, I've got it on my. I'm also got as a viewer as well, so there we go. Hi! Hello, anyone that ever watches us, and welcome to Sanity Check Gaming.
We have new people.
Hello.
We have!
Yeah.
It's true. we lit the beacons, and 3 people turned up. So, you know, like, hooray! But anyway, yes, we have indeed got new people who have agreed against their better judgment to play D&D with us.
Yay!
Reluctantly so.
However, yes, 2 of them refused to show their face on camera, but you know, maybe they'll change their mind later on. I know, Callum, the guy who is actually directly underneath me, because if you say below me, it sounds like you're saying below me.
Well, now you
always
said
It's
it.
underneath
even
people.
worse.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
directly
always
underneath me.
the gentleman
I'm
who's-
always underneath people.
Ooh.
I
The
know
box is directly underneath me? Even worse.
You're always
that's
above
bad.
me, Callum, but I'm not, that's because everyone's above me. I'm short.
Hey, don't worry, Bob. We'll switch. We'll take turns.
Oh my god. This is the
I'm
level.
not gonna say a word.
You can't say that to a married lady.
I will say we've
I mean, you
added new
can,
people,
but
we've
it's just not
added
appropriate.
Class, right? We've not added anything. We've not got better. We've just added people. You know, there's more of us now. But anyway, tonight we'll be doing our first session of a one-shot, which will never be a one-shot. It'll probably be a 3-shot, but I'll do my best to kind of keep it moving. I will introduce people, just so we can do so. Directly above me is Jim. What, Jim? Do you have anything to say?
Yes, I am so happy we've got new faces today, and I'm playing a rogue elf that time, named Warren.
There you go. Callum, who is in the box underneath myself. There. Who are you and what are you playing?
Well, my name is Callum. I'll be playing a burnout soul hunter who is a monk, and a little hairy monk at it.
He's now Callum has moved to the other side of the screen because whenever Ross comes in and puts his video on, it switches the sides. So now Ross is underneath me. Hello, Ross. Who are you playing?
Chloe! I am playing a half-orc barbarian.
Does he have a name or?
Oh, his name is Orgrim Hammerslag,
He's got.
which is the German word for hammer throw. No, that is a slag from hammer.
This is a sexy hammer, is what it means. But that sounds good to me. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
on the other side of the screen and the top is Manny.
Hi. So I'm Vari, and I'll be playing Alice, who is a tiefling ranger, and her pet Wolf Ronan.
That's true.
That's pretty much it.
And
Sorry, James's character's called Ronan for campaign.
that it was indeed, that is very true. I did think that myself, but I'm not going to mention it. I'll see if anyone throws it in. It did. She said she was being friends with Ronan.
I did not know that when choosing
Is
names.
Ronan coming back?
No, I love it.
There's only so many cool names in D&D, so you're going to land with like overlap eventually, you know.
Oh no, I don't mean it like that. I just meant it's cool.
And finally, it's Rochelle, a long-time player of
Hello,
Sanity Check.
it's me. Yep, this old bag. Yep, I'm here still. I'm playing a wizard for the first time, so you know it's going to be interesting. I am a wood elf called Willow, and she is the sister to James's character.
Just realised you went Willow and Warren, like they're quite similar names, and like they have like,
Yeah.
like foresty feels to them as well.
Yeah.
Like he's put thought into your character. I don't believe you. That can't be true.
Yeah,
We did good. Me and James
Yeah.
did good.
Yeah, that's good. Did it for a
I'll give
change.
you a 10.
I'll
give you
also-
10? I hope for 11.
and also we have viewers.
You know I'm very picky.
Lizard? Nope. Richard's watching. Logan's watching, who most
Hey,
of you all
Richard.
know. Zach's
Oh my
in
God,
there.
Logan's
Zach's in the
watching.
Mando clan, who we all know. kind of, not all of us, but most of us. And shaders, and I'm not entirely sure who that one is, to be honest. But I think
I'm
we know
sure we've
somebody.
been told before.
I'm sure we have, but like I don't have a good memory.
I'm sure someone told us. Oh, I can't remember.
I'm usually on quite.
Hi,
A lot of
guys.
If you can
It's
put your
you.
name, whoever you are, in the chat, we can find out.
Yeah, unless
And then
you
it turns out
want
someone we don't even know.
Well, if that's the case, then hi.
in that case, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. So, as always, the titles roll and we all introduce ourselves. And D&D, played by Sanchez Gaming, and appears. We fly down from the satellite camera, which flies above D&D World and goes down through the clouds and zooms into the Neverwinter Irregulars tavern, where most of my adventures start because I'm not very imaginative. We go through the doors, bumping into them, police squad style, which is a dated reference for everyone here. And we see
Oh,
the brother
God.
and sister duo of Warren and Will standing at the bar. Is there anything you want to be discussing at the time, or right ahead? Give me some RP. On the spot.
Can't believe you stole it. Thought we were going to behave yourself.
Oh, well, I did try and behave myself. It was just, you know, it was there for the taking. I had to take
Next time we go, you give it back, okay?
it. I won't make any promises.
Just try, okay?
Okay, fine. Yes, big sis.
I'm sipping on my wine, which is probably cheap as shit, and she hates the taste of it, but she's sipping it anyway.
As I've told you before, all drinks to adventurers are free. And it's good quality
Yes.
alcohol available to you, provided you're a member of the guild and have paid your fees.
Oh yes, I can have. Okay, I'm drinking the
So,
fancy shit.
there's
That
no-
tastes amazing. So I've got a huge grin on my face.
Hold on, there's a
Oh,
big
I remember-
asterisk beside it on the board by the bar. The mid-range stuff is free. The fancy stuff you
Yeah.
pay for. It's discounted.
Oh
Well,
shit!
I'm going to
I'll have
come in with a big
discounted
flag of
fancy
meat
stuff.
and come to the barking and say, "Is there any jobs on offer us today?"
Right, so you're going to speak to Brian.
We know Brian.
You know
Oh,
Brian.
yeah, Brian.
Brian
Yeah.
Smith, the half-orc fighter, runs the place. Hello.
Right.
Jobs, yeah, of course there's jobs for you, of course. Hold on, is it just the two of you?
For now, we came here looking to see if anyone else would like to join our job, or we can join.
We lost everyone on our last
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
You know, they're a bit too slow.
Yeah, I kind of ran away and she just tagged along, and
Yeah.
Well,
You know, I can't leave my brother. It's he has problems with,
I mean, they
you
were
know,
particularly
things.
vicious kobolds that were chasing you, weren't they? So, I can't.
yeah.
So there you are, anyway. And as these are
That
going
wasn't
back and
me.
forth about your local failure, your recent failure to.
Out of character, Lee, that was not me. This character is entirely different.
Yeah, I know it wasn't you, but as this was a different adventure. This is just something may or may not have happened. As this happened, we say Rossi's character, Hammerschlag. How does Hammerschlag enter a room?
Flag.
Loudly and asking for beer.
So, just to give you a bit of background, Ross, what happens as you approach, now you will have heard about the Neverwinter Regulars, and it's simply because they will take on anyone that can swing a hammer, or shoot a spell, or punch someone hard enough that they go ouch. They will take them on, and they will dish out adventures, whether they're up to your skill level or not. There's a sign by the door that says, approach Brian, or whoever's behind the bar if you're looking for work and want to sign up. So, as you walk into the room, right, you loud boy, come here.
Right there, bro. There'll be too much of me.
He brings you out two very large jugs of meat, I guess flagons of meat. Good.
Tastes like crap, but it's alright.
Well,
What do you mean, crap?
I hear you have some adventures to hand out, mate. You got anything I could crack my hammer with?
Well, it just so happens that these two little noodle limbs might need a big strong man to help them
I'm
out.
not a noodle.
Show me your arm.
You see some quite nice muscles, actually.
Mm. Right, show me your arm, Hammerslag. Who's probably got a sign. It's the size of your head. He's not even flexing. Yeah. You'll be alright. You can do the fancy light show, and the big man can hammer things straight into the ground like a fence post.
Nice. I like that. Alright, I'm in.
No, he doesn't know the job is fantastic. Great. As he's about to give you the information for the job, someone else walks in. Someone with a wolf.
I'm just gonna walk in slowly, scan the room, and then make my way over at the bar. And my wolf Ronan is just gonna pad in like this big grizzled grey wolf with scars on his face, and he's just looking at everyone, and he'll come up and he'll just stand beside me at the bar. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yeah.
I'm looking for any bounties or work that you may have.
You've came at the right place. This is very fortuitous. Because we have a job. And you look like you've seen a bit of action. Wait, so I just get your doggy a drink. And he pulls out a large dog bowl and puts it in. And then he pours some brown liquid into it. You talk about that.
No, you won't. It's disgusting. Do not give your dog that. Trust
the
me.
wolf is just gonna look at the barkeep
Don't do
and
it.
growl slightly, and I'm just gonna, can you give him a mug of beer?
That was beer. Brown liquid was beer. But okay, I'll give him the fresh stuff. And he just flings the kind of the stale beer he gave out onto the floor and goes up to the magically enhanced taps that they have. Cause I'm not sure how they've done it in the olden days. And pours a fresh beer into it and puts it down. There you go, doggy. He goes to clap him. Is he allowed to clap him? Oh, okay.
Yes, he doesn't like to be touched.
Oh, alright. That's understandable. Okay.
So Ronan's gonna just start tanking the beer and gulping that down. And so you mentioned a job. What are the details?
Well, it's a bit of what we would call a recon mission. And as he's about to go into the details, somebody else walks into the room.
Dun dun dun.
Callum, if you would like to describe your character and the way he sashays into the room.
He walks calmly. He looks around. Then a guy bumps into him. Like twice his height. He growls it in his face. But Bernard, my character, stays still with a stern face. He spits in the big guy's face and walks to the bar. With no looking back.
Okay.
Fuck.
Do you always narrate yourself as you walk into the room? Or was that like, do you have a narrator?
Well, it is my story. I like to narrate my own story. That is the path that I choose. It feels more like I have more control of my own life.
Okay, well, I got that. I do think that
I'm just gonna look at him and just be like, what the?
Willow just face palms like this and just goes swearing, fucking newbies.
You swat.
I think you owe Daniel an apology, though. You can't really go spitting in people's faces. That's not very nice. This is we're a family, this guild, and I'm assuming you want to join, little man.
You know, he has a bad leg right now, you know. So if he walked into you, it's because he's got a bad leg. The pill bloke hasn't had it easy this week.
If you get eaten by a dragon...
He tries spitting on me, I'll freaking eat him.
I'd actually appreciate that, actually. Maybe we should go somewhere private for that.
No. You're weird. Ew. Yeah.
This is taking an unexpected turn, right? Do you know this is a guild house and not like the house of sexual strangeness? That is 2 doors down. Right?
Yeah,
You're not
I was
into
coming
spitting
from-
in
yeah.
people's faces
And
and eating
also
people off.
costs more.
You're looking for the house of the ill repute down that road, mate.
Yeah. It is also called the irregulars, but it's like the irregularly shaped genitals.
You'll find whatever you want in there.
But
I told you we
you're
would get
looking
the start
for
area. I told you.
you're looking for the mini irregulars with a small phallus down next door to it.
I would have wondered if I have the money.
Well, if you're looking to
Probably
make some
not.
money, friend, that's actually quite useful because I've got a job for you. And to be honest, I want to get you out of here as quick as possible. So, here's what's going to happen. Now, I don't know how many of you understand magic. Are any of you of a magical nature? Oh, of course you are, Willow, yeah. Now,
I'm just gonna quirk my eyebrow and indicate my entire being, because tiefling.
Oh, well,
Yeah, she's
born
got
of magic.
this
I don't
down.
like to assume anything. Not everyone who is born of a magical nature has a deep understanding of magic, like me. Because I had to learn all these things.
Yeah, you're smart though.
I'm very smart. That is why I don't go out adventuring anymore, because you might get eaten.
Yeah.
Did you take
That's
an
how you
arrow
make
to the
us do it.
It was less an arrow and more of a spear. And then he kind of like, he pulls his leg up and shows you like he's got like, so it's just a wooden leg from the knee down. And it didn't so much go in the knees, it took the fucking leg off. But you know,
Oh,
well,
that's hard going, brother.
giants, mate, you know, he's just got them big spears. And I'm like, yeah, come on, giant, I'll punch it. And he's like, no, you won't. And I'm like, oh shit, I've maybe bitten off more than I can chew. Luckily, my friends do. But, you know, I don't have one leg. Anyway, yeah, we received a communication from a cleric that lives up north. It was short, and he never gave us another one. But what's happened here basically is something happened to the village. And we just want to go check out. He used to work for us. He went up there to be close to his family. But, you know, he checks in every now and again. So we just want you to maybe head up there. If it's bandits, you know, slap them about a bit, let them know the place is under our protection. And if they mess with our friends, then we'll fuck them up, burn them at the ground, kill them, put their heads on pikes, eat the bodies, go find the families, chop their heads off, put them on pikes, because you don't do that. Are you okay with extreme violence? I should have asked.
I'm just gonna smile and
good
flash my
price.
fangs.
We're used to it.
I'll do it, only for a good price.
Well,
What my brother said.
let me see.
I've
let
got
me just
two
see.
hammers and a dagger. I love violence.
Well, you can use the dagger, you can use a hammer on the dagger and put the dagger into people just to let them know they're really annoyed you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see, what's the going rate for bandit clearing? I would say about maybe 250 gold each.
I look at Warren.
I can do that. Yeah,
And that is-
We're happy with that.
Standard bandit clearing is 250 gold. Anything bigger, if you meet any not orcs, ogres,
Why do you
Yeah,
say
monsters.
I meet an orc? You said we meet an orc, we get more. I'm going to turn into your
But-
friend's high place to meet you and pay up.
Yeah.
only if they're doing things they shouldn't do. This is your friend.
Oh, right,
I didn't say
okay.
we're not the
Yeah.
introduction guild where you go and introduce yourself to people. But you're heroes of the realm, probably. I don't know these three. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're to no good. But I'm sure you're fine.
You know we're
250
good.
gold a piece. If anything bigger, let me know. We'll renegotiate when you return. Anything smaller, price stays the same. All right. So just
And you need proof. Yes, I always remember that.
yeah. Just your word
Just
is
the
good
head.
enough for me. But if it's something real big, bring the head and we'll put it up in the wall of heads over there. And just look over. There's indeed a wall of heads of things that
Yeah.
they've killed.
Quite
It's
a
on a
collection
turntable
out
because
there.
there's that many.
I'm going to look around and say, what are those wee jiggly, wobbly things floating about here?
That was
Oh,
from the
these
phallus
guys.
monster that was killed in the swamp last week.
Oh,
It has
right.
57 pit phalluses on it. So we kept them because it's
Oh.
quite funny. Look, jiggle, 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 jiggle.
I
Don't do
glare
too
at the
much, though, it's
collection.
spitting
How many lives have to be sacrificed? How many of your men have to be sacrificed for a collection like that?
Oh, right, let me think. Let's go to the Book of the Dead then. And he brings out a very large tome of book. Tome and's like, a lot. You guys
How-
should understand that you're allowed to run away. Like, we don't say, oh, charge headlong and make yourself kill. If it's too much for you, just come back. But, you know,
We just don't
Run
get
away.
paid.
Look at that. I want to crack skulls.
Well,
Right. So, you're happy to take on this quest. Just go up, check the village out, make sure the priest's okay. Any bandits, I'd imagine they've sacked the place and run off. Just track them down, kill, get the stuff back, take it back to the village. Jobs are good. Alright?
Alright.
Sounds good.
Now, just to make sure I have this right, I will give you the name. I'm actually just realised you guys can see that on screen, so don't look on the screen. I knew I should have put this in as a different thing. None of yous watch the stream. Oops, I forgot how to do that.
I did not click onto this screen.
I haven't seen whatever it is that you did, so
I
don't worry.
couldn't see it anyway, so.
That's cool. Just getting the
It's
name.
named Machu Picchu. Got that off the top of my head.
Machu Picchu. That's not it either. Here we go. Oh, did somebody come in?
Yeah,
Oh,
does it?
hold on. Oh, I could leave it. It's okay. It's Louise. Hi, Louise. It won't affect the screen at all, so she's okay. Right. The village itself is called Narglestan. Sorry, Narglestal. All right.
Nogglestal. Okay.
So, for the sake of brevity, we'll just say you get your stuff together and you travel up. You certainly follow the road north. You go travel outside the city within a day or so. I'm not going to make you do like survival checks. If it was a longer campaign, we might have kind of done a bit more, but this is just meant to be a getting to know you kind of thing, so we're not going to do too much. So, let me just make sure I get this right. See, I sat and ran through all day yesterday, and now because camera's on me, I forgot how to play D&D.
Pressure.
Pressure. Okay, now as you travel north, you go through the flat plains. You start to head into the mountains. That takes you, let's say, a day or so to kind of go through the mountain passes. Uneventful. As you come down the other side, you do off in the distance see a trail of smoke coming up from a distant location. Are any of you proficient in survival?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Roll me a survival check, please, and tell me what the roll was, because I've not put the...
Yes, I am.
Anyone that's proficient in survival, please roll me a check.
Fuck my life. Natural one. First roll of the game. You guys will
I
learn I'm
got-
shit at rolling.
What?
What the hell? Why is mine not gold?
Oh, is it wisdom for survival?
I'll just say if you're proficient. If you've got a tick in the box, you're proficient. If you've not got a tick in the box, you're not proficient. So people that are proficient in surviving in the wild, I'm looking for now.
Oh, I've rolled twice by mistake.
Don't worry about
I got
it.
an
Just
18 the first time though.
Just take
Take
the
the
first
top
one. It
one.
always does that. But yeah, just take the first one. You've got to like turn it off in sense. It's a pain in the ass. We'll just take the first one as the actual roll though. So 18's fine. So what I'll say is that Rachel, your character pulls out the map and you're kind of looking at it and you're like, yes,
Alright,
yes.
okay.
And then you take out the map. You take the map off it and turn it around. And explain that is indeed the village that you are looking for. In the distance, there's only one village in that particular direction, close to the sea, and that's indeed where the smoke is coming from. However, there is a large, dense forest between the location you're at now and the village itself. You'd say it's about maybe 4 or 5 miles away, but looking at the map, the path through the forest is rather winding and probably quite difficult. It's probably more than a day's worth of travel there, unless you really pushed it.
Forest is my favourite terrain, so I'm good for this.
That's
Ooh.
We lived in the forest, so
Yeah, we were born in the forest.
if
So
it's
that's
your
your
favourite
theory.
terrain, that's fine. You recognise this as very dense terrain, and it'll absolutely be you'll be able to navigate through it quite easily. So I'll say it'll shave a bit of time off, but you're still looking at a day's worth of travel just based on the kind of topography and everything. What does the favourite terrain actually give you in terms of this?
So, with favourite terrain, it basically means that in the chosen terrain, anything that could be seen as impassable or difficult is easy for me. So, obviously climbing boulders and stuff like that will still be a bit kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But any rocky ground or anything that looks a bit kind of sketchy ground, I can cross it and still be fine. As if it's just normal terrain.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. And so yeah, you can make your way down towards it. What do you want to do? So what are the characters thinking? You've seen the smoke on the horizon. You know where the village is. What would you say, teacher, and what would you talk about?
Oh.
I can't imagine
no,
they'll give us a welcome. I can't imagine they'll give us a warm welcome when we enter.
Or maybe not. I'm sure plenty of loots.
Don't suppose we could knock on the door, would we?
Mm.
I could send my wolf as a forward scout. He can travel without
Hmm.
rest for quite some time and then come back to report what he's seen.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Very well. Let's see what he's got.
Okay, so your plan is that you want to send the wolf away, yeah?
Yeah, send him
Run.
on. He can do a bit of recon from the edge of the forest and then come back.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So what I'll say then is that he actually he runs off ahead of you, and he is going to indeed scout it out for you. Do you have some kind of bond with him at all when he's doing this, or is it just literally he's going to go away and come back and tell you what's happening?
He's gonna go away, come back, and tell me what's happening. I don't have a psychic bond or anything like that.
Okay, absolutely fine. What I will say then is that he sprints off ahead of you in kind of hills. I will need some things from you though. So as you just kind of travel down towards the wood, but let him run off. Can you give me a stealth check for the wolf?
Do. One moment.
Probably.
Run, my dog, run.
I think it's just like 1d6 for the stealth roll for him.
Well, just a d20 plus his dex, unless he's got some kind of stealth thing in there as well. I'm not
Is
sure how
that
it works for
D-
rangers things though.
So it's d20 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do. 9,
Okay.
which is not great.
It's not great.
He snaps some twigs.
He does. Okay, that's fine. Right. Okay, that's fine. So that happens. So yeah, you move towards the woods. Is there anything you want to discuss? You should walk about it. Do you have a plan of action? What he's doing? Because I've got the wolf's gone off, but it's not just like it doesn't just can come back immediately. So sometimes going to pass. He's going to head towards the woods. He's going to go through. You want to do some recon. Do you want to stop and make breakfast? I don't know. You tell me.
I can go and do some recon. Find
Yeah,
where the head.
I'll go with my brother.
Right, so you're going to go with your brother. Are you going to?
Yeah.
So are you splitting up? Are you going to try and like go a different path through the forest? Are you just going to try and circle? Tell me what you're doing.
I kind of want to go like almost like a different path, but near the group. So I don't want to split the group, so that I'm near them, but see what's going on in anywhere abouts.
Okay, that's fine.
I think that we should separate but stay within eye distance of each other.
Yeah, that's
Go no
what
further than what you can see.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like far away, but still near the group. Just keeping an
Enough that
eye
you can
on.
see me wave if I
Yeah.
need to signal you.
I believe it is better if we stick with the ones who are familiar with the forest. You two.
Fine.
Okay.
There
they
are
are
3 of us
familiar-
familiar with the forest. We could split into 2 teams.
Oh.
That is
I
correct.
suppose by covering more ground would be a more effective plan. But what if something happens?
Oh.
What if we were ambushed by the bandits? Surely.
We need a signal.
Very well.
Well,
Help! There's
What if I
bandits!
yelled at the
That's a
top?
good simple.
YMCA.
What if I let out a wolf howl at the top of my lungs? Just went, ah!
I have the radiant
Well-
sun. I have the radiant sunbolt. Perhaps
Would you
it
want
is-
to waste that?
It
Yeah.
does have a range of 30 feet, but it would signal.
You know, guys, I could always use my cantrip message.
Which goes about 300
There
feet,
is
yeah?
that.
I mean,
Yeah, there's
I mean,
that.
I do have this mobile phone that we could use. I mean, is that any use to use at all?
Really?
I never played with guys. I forgot I had those.
Perhaps we could follow the screams of your enemies.
I'll say as you're doing this, you're walking through the woods, and some time does
Yeah.
pass. An hour into Give me a. Actually, I'm not going to make you roll for it, Mary, because you know your wolf will. I thought it was doing some recon. You should have heard something by now. Even if it was just a howl off in the distance to kind of let you know it was okay. But you've not heard anything yet. Do you want to continue? I'm assuming at this point you're just going at a regular pace. You aren't pushing anything too much.
Yeah.
Can I check for like tracks to see if there's any tracks other than possibly the wolves?
I will say that if anyone who's proficient in any two of you that are proficient in survival, which I believe is just Mary and Rachel, you can check out for wolf tracks. What I'll say is if you're looking for tracks or anything, you're going to have to spread out a bit, and it's going to take some time. So you're effectively stopping and like scouting the area for tracks.
Yeah.
I think scouting for tracks could give us an indication on how many there are.
I got an 11. I'm not rolling well.
Sorry. Mary, you rolling?
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
Is it survival?
Survival, yeah.
Let's get rolling.
Why is it rolling? There we go.
It's a 10.
10? Okay. Between the two of you look and it's a confusing mass of tracks. There is tracks. There's lots and lots of tracks. It appears that lots of things go through. There's wolves in the forest, there's animals. Without anything specific in mind, you don't really find anything you wouldn't expect to find. There is human tracks. There's larger humanoid tracks. What I'll say, between the two of you work out there's something that has been going through the woods. Something larger than a humanoid. Regular human, should I say. Maybe more about Hammerschlag's size. And then something way smaller than the humanoid. Small feet, almost like a child's foot.
Oh.
But without,
Can I tell if it's kobold tracks?
are they? Would you have some way of knowing that?
I could use insight.
If you're going to use insight, yeah, I'll give you that.
I have insight as well.
Yeah, this is linked directly to our survival belt. That's our survival skill.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I'm
not having good rolls.
Like I said, get the bad ones out of the way now, guys. You're absolutely fine.
I believe you.
Yeah, it's death saves we want the good ones.
And I'm trying not to die in this forest, so.
What I'll say, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you just keep traveling on. You have found some stuff. Night's drawn in, and you notice the mist is kind of creeping up in the forest as well. You do come to an area that looks like it'd be suitable for. I'm sorry, again, it's suitable to camping. If you want to push on, you know you are going to be like actually exerting yourself now. It's going to risk getting exhausted. So do you want to push on, or do you just want to set up camp for the night?
I think we should set up camp.
Yeah, I guess set up camp.
Absolutely fine.
Whatever we're going to face, we may as well face it rested.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so describe the process of setting up camp. Tell me what you do with that.
Gonna find some wood and make a fire. Set that up. And I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna try and catch a little animal, so like a rabbit or something.
Okay, so you want to do a little bit of hunting. That's absolutely fine. If you want to do that again, just another survival roll. You did bring rations with you. You've got rations for a few days, but if you want to do that, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gradually getting up.
Sorry, Rach, what did you roll that time?
13.
13, yeah. Takes a bit of time, but yeah, you've got like a hand crossbow or a bow of any kind, or are you shooting it with a firebolt? How are you doing this?
Shit, I didn't think about that.
When I see the confused look on your face, I'm going to step in and say, would you like to borrow my bow, or would you like me to hunt for you?
Thank you. I'll borrow the bow. I am proficient in it, so.
I pass over my longbow.
Between the two
Yeah,
of
I'm
you,
proficient.
you do a lot of scouting around the local area, and you do indeed manage to get like a couple of rabbits and all that.
I go to give the artisan my bow. Okay, I'll just keep mine then.
You keep that safe just in case.
Okay, I will.
So the night draws on. You've drawn up a camp. You've taken it off the road and that. You've had a small fire going. You cook the meat and all that kind of stuff. That's absolutely fine. As I said, the mist is kind of like coming in quite heavy. As the night goes on, it gets even denser. What are you doing in terms of watch? What are you doing?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, so you take first watch. That's fine. So
I'll
that'll
take
be
second.
that's cool. So now you meditate for 4 hours with
Yeah.
your elf. So
Yeah.
Yes.
you'd probably better off taking the third because then you can do your full meditation unbroken.
Right, I'll do that.
No, I'm telling you, I'm playing
Okay,
you
we'll
like-
do that. Yeah, no, we'll do that way. Sounds good.
Okay, so
I'll
Jim,
take first watch.
you take first. You're a tiefling. Ross, you're a half orc, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
And Callum, you're a human, aren't you?
Yep, that's correct.
That's absolutely fine. Okay, cool.
Puny human.
Human.
Cutie.
I am playing as vanilla. So yeah, the night comes on, and first watch. Actually, Jim, give me a perception roll. However, give me a disadvantage because the mist is very, very thick. Even though you have dark vision, before you all start shouting, at least have dark vision. I know. It's misty, not dark. It's misty and dark. Did you get me?
Mist vision.
18. No, 17, sorry.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. 17 on a disadvantage. Ugh. Okay.
Oh wow.
That's fine. So yeah,
I'm just gonna roll that.
passes without issue. You hear some kind of cracks in that far off into the woods, but nothing major. There's no like large creature, just the kind of sounds you'd expect to hear. Your towers is up. Mary, did you actually say you were gonna go first?
Yeah,
Sorry, Jim,
so that
that'll be your roll.
they could
Mary,
get the first meditation in.
yeah. In that case, Mary, you do your roll, and that'll be the first one.
Perception.
At disadvantage.
And-
because of the deep
Yeah,
mist.
I notice nothing because I'm concerned for my wolf.
That's absolutely fine, yeah. Again, you do hear some howls, but it's not the specific howl of your wolf. Like, no, I know their noise.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know that voice.
Yeah. Time passes, nothing happens. Now it wouldn't be used to because you're doing your meditation, so it's either Callum or it is Ross. Who would rather go for second watch?
Would you like me to do it? I'll do second watch.
I'm gonna curl up under my
Rock, paper,
cloak
scissors.
against
Want
the
to go
tree.
rock, paper, scissors on it?
Roll off, guys. Do rollies. D20. Roll a D20. Whoever goes higher goes first, or whoever I don't know. Yeah, highest goes first.
Highest goes first, yeah.
Because like, whoever loses takes second watch.
14.
14. Ross.
6.
Okay, Callum, you get to sit up in the cold and the wet and look for things in the mist. Fantastic. Okay, mate, give me a perception roll at disadvantage, please.
Perception roll at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I did just roll 2 d20s, yeah.
Yeah, just if you're using the character sheet, just hit perception and it'll roll the 2d20s for you.
Jesus Christ.
Got it, man.
um,
Left hand side of the screen, it's beside. It's in the section that says skills. It'll be near the bottom.
shit.
Alright, mate, don't worry about it.
You
it's
just
fine.
click on the word and it'll automatically roll for you.
Yeah.
Uh.
Right, so left hand side of the screen, you've got like your strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. See if you look beside the word charisma, it's literally right there.
Charisma.
Perception?
That's the one.
Yep.
Shit, how do I do this? I never
Just-
played this
Just
before.
click on the
Click on the
word
word.
and it'll auto roll.
Yeah,
Yep.
on the one.
Don't worry about it at all, mate. Everyone does exactly the same thing the first time they use it.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh,
The
you got
human's more
19
observant than me.
and a 7.
No, because it's disadvantage.
So, as you're standing there, you can't see shit, man. Like, you don't have these fucking night vision eyes that all these fucking other creatures have. Like, you try and
I
become
can't even
one
see-
with the forest, and you try and, like, put your other senses out there. It's really fucking misty, though. As you're
Alright.
standing there, kind of, like, begrudging how misty it is, because, like, you feel like if it hadn't, you feel like you would have had a really good watch if it wasn't for some weird force.
For
As you-
fuck's sake, I can't even see my hand. Ugh.
So something happens. So something's about to happen, mate. Oh no, what's it going to be?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Let me just make sure I get to the right part here. This was. It's got a fun name as well.
If it's a named event, you know trouble.
You're right there.
It's not going to go well for you. No, not that one.
Time to die.
Ooh, where is it? Where's that one?
Not space.
Here we go. Okay, do me a favour. What is your armor class?
What's that?
What's your armor class? See at the top of the page, it will say things like armor. It'll say AC is what you're looking for.
10?
10? I mean, not
That's
quite-
low.
That seems off. What's
He
your
is
10?
wearing just parachute pants, to be honest. They're not particularly armored.
I know, like, I have no armor at all.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, then that's normal.
Let me just double check that because you're a monk. You should.
Wait. If he has 0 dex, then.
Dex is no, it's Dex is plus 3, so it should be 13. Have you got like a? That's really weird. Unarmored movement, patient defense. That's unarmored defense. You know, when you have,
Actually, especially as a monk, you
Is that
definitely
with
have
your
more than
shield,
10.
AC equals 10 plus your Dex. Okay, your AC is actually 13, mate. I don't know why it's saying 10 because you're a monk. You've got plus 3 your Dex, so it's actually 13. That should have. I don't know what's going on there. I'll fix it later. That's fine. So
Right.
just so you know, it is 13. All right.
Nice.
That's cool. So as you're standing there, begrudging the fact that you can't actually see, you then hear like a whistling noise, and let's have a look. An 18 hits you. A 17 hits you. An 8 misses you. And a 9 misses you. Basically, a couple of rocks come out. And a few of them actually hit you. You take 6 and 6 bludgeoning damage.
fuck.
Oh, damn it. That means I only have 6 heads left.
Yeah, so yeah, basically just they crack you once in the shoulder and then once in the chin, and you're like, oh my god. Now, in this moment, what are you doing?
Guess I'll just warn everyone. Attack!
So yeah, guys, you start screaming attack. You all kind of like, you all wake up. You look
Straight
around.
up, right.
Everyone, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Fuck my life, natural one.
Well,
Oh Jesus.
I'm not using that dice anymore. That can fuck off.
Oh,
I can.
actually, take away
Oh.
6 of those bludgeoning. I misread that. It says 3 of these guys, and I attacked you 4 times, so you only took 6 damage, mate. All right. So give yourself 6 health points back. Okay, so people tell me what you got. Callum, you got a 15. Princess, yeah, you see them. It's not so much, Mary, it's not so much you see them, but you kind of hear the chittering noises and you immediately recognise kobolds. And you know exactly what
Oh,
you're
they're my favourite enemy.
Yep. You see 3 of them and they're ducking in and out behind trees. It looks like they kind of popped out and flung it, but you know them to be fairly cowardly little creatures. So like they like to hit and run, and they've seen a light in the night because she's lit a fire.
My bad.
And they've come over to investigate, and what they found is some tough-looking people, and that's what they've seen. So you see 3 kobolds.
There's 3 of them in the trees.
I will let you
I'm
on
literally
initiative now.
can I hide as well?
I will say in this moment you can't use it. On your next turn you can use hide, but right now you
Oh,
can't
that's
use hide.
okay.
Leah got an 8.
An 8, Jesus. Okay.
That's
Oh, Warren got a
20,
24, Jesus.
Fucking hell.
24.
Right.
Shit. That,
I
well,
got
at least
22.
you guys are doing good.
Okay, the kobolds are all going to go in initiative 22 because they rolled real high.
You need to do a rollies with
Nah, hard deck. I'm like, what's your dex, Manny?
My dex is... Where's my sheet again? 19
Your dex is higher. You're
Plus
going for then.
4.
Yeah, it's super duper high. Okay, cool. So what we'll say is initiative 24, Jim. You're going. Sorry, Callum. What did you get for initiative, mate?
he got 4 different things. He rolled 4 times.
Right. I'll take your first one, mate. I'll take the
He
11.
rolled a 3. You rolled a
Uh,
3, 14, 16, and 19.
See if you see at the top of the page, it says initiative, just the word initiative beside the armor class box. If you just click that,
oh, shit.
it basically it's a D20 plus your dex, which I think we said was +3.
3.
So yeah, it'd be 20. It's a D20 +3, mate.
Fuck.
It's cool, mate. Honestly, like just take your time. It's no rush.
Roll for what?
This is for your initiative, mate. And just make a note of your initiative. You're all right, man. So see, I'll tell you what it's like. See, top of the page, right. So directly, it's the word where it says current hit points. Directly above that is a box that says initiative. If you just click the word initiative, it will initiative for you.
Seriously,
Sorry,
I am not having a good day.
It's okay, mate. I'll do it for you. Right, your initiative is 19. So just remember, you're going at 19 initiative. And Ross, what did you get, mate?
Hold on. It's a D20 I need to roll for initiative.
D20, mate, plus your dex modifier.
Alright.
11, and what's your dex, mate?
11, and my dex is 2.
Right, so yeah, you're 13. Okay. Right, so top of the round, Jim. I will say that Mary's character has pointed out that there's kobolds over there. I'll tell you what, actually, no, if you want to hide in this turn, you can. You'll need to sprint off from where you are and kind of try and hide in the mist.
I'm going to. Well, first, what I'm going to do is look where the tiefling is pointing and shoot a bow in that general direction. Hopefully, I don't know if I can see one.
I'll tell you what. Give me a free perception check to start with. If you get above DC of, let's call it 15, you've seen them, and then if you miss it, then you're rolling at disadvantage.
Right. So there we go. I don't see it. But
Disadvantage.
I'm
Mate.
going to. In the general direction where tiefling's pointing and just shoot.
Right. 11.
Then. None.
Yep. So yeah, you stand up, you roll up, and you see the shapes moving, and it just ducks behind the tree just as it hits straight into the tree and you miss. You still got your bonus action and your movement.
Bonus action. I'm hiding. I'm going to jump up a tree for advantage.
I'm sorry, you're going to jump up into a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
No, climb up into a tree.
That's fine, mate. So that's going to take some movement. It's not like you just like run up a tree and then just like run up a tree. So if you're going to try and get into a tree, you're going to give me, I'll say that uses all your movement, and give me an acrobatics check or an athletics check to get into the tree.
Okay,
and then you're going to give me a stealth roll to see if your legs are dangling out this tree or not.
Yeah, 22.
22? That'll get you up it, yeah? That gets you. So yeah, you managed to find a tree. You kind of like assert Soleil into the tree, and give me a stealth check as well.
6, 11, 6.
A 6. Well, it's the first one we take, mate. So if so you rolled a 6. So you fucking like a ninja get into this tree, and you're sitting there quite proud of yourself, not realizing that your legs are just dangling out the tree completely in everyone's eye line. But yeah, that's fine. I'm so staying one with the night. Okay, now the next round it was Mary, because you're better at dex than these guys are, so you can see them darting in and out of the trees. What are you doing?
So are they darting as a group?
They're
Are they fairly close
10
together?
15 feet from each other. They're not like clumped.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cast Hunter's Mark. I will pop it into the chat so that everyone can see what it is. Basically what it does is it target locks, and then as soon as one dies, I can shift it onto the next target. Which helps for better aiming. It's got a range of 90 feet, which means that it doesn't matter where they move, I'm going to target lock them. And then I am going to take out my bow and start popping them.
Go for it. So yeah, you pick one, and you shoot it. Go for it.
Oh, and I get it.
Oh, you definitely get it. Yeah, absolutely fine. Yep, go for it. Give me your damage. 10 piercing. What I will say, actually, give me your Hunter's Mark damage as well.
So, 1
It's
second.
1d6, I think.
It is, I'm just gonna roll it.
Cool.
Take off that, and that wasn't so great.
So it's absolutely fine. These kobolds, they're kind of dressed like in like furs and that. They'd be quite cute if they weren't trying to kill you. Little kind of like little Davy Crockett hats, that kind of stuff. And you shoot, and you time it perfectly. And it shoots straight through one's eye, comes out the back of its head, and hits the other one, and kind of like nails it straight to the tree behind it. These guys have 5 hit points, so like I thought it was kind of
They're
unfair
just
to like
taking
waste
2 at a time.
Like, boom, boom. And like you literally see their friend go, and he kind of scampers
Yeah.
off.
Hunter's Mark now passes to the remaining kobold, so it doesn't matter where he is. I'm locked on.
Yeah, like he goes behind, so he like jumps into a bush, he kind of like crawls along, and you're like, yeah, I can totally see that. Dude. Like I don't know what he's doing, but he doesn't know he's Hunter's Mark. It's not like there's a big red mark above his head. Now, so that happens. That is the remaining kobold's turn. He's gonna pop up and he is gonna try and hit yourself, because you just took it as 2 friends. So 16 hit you.
It does. No, hold on, does it? I've got an armor class of 15, so
It definitely hits you then, yeah.
it
Meet
does.
and exceed. It is for 3 damage, not 3 plus, because it gave me the crit as well, but it didn't crit. So yeah, so
that's fine.
as you do that, and you're kind of like quite pleased with yourself for taking out 2, you get like a rock just up above the eye. Fucking take these things, should have got all 3. But yeah, so that's that one's turn, and it ducks back down and trying to stay out of the way, looking very nervous about where its life's going. Now that was that one's go. Who was next? I believe 19 was next.
Yeah.
Rachel, what were you? You weren't 9. You weren't above 19, were you?
No, I was like 9 or something. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I was real low. I was like the bottom.
Callum, it's you. So you
No, I
can...
got a nat 1, so I was on a 4.
Yeah, the very bottom, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Callum,
I was
so
really bad.
you've just
Or
seen
what's
the
that to
hunter
me?
like shish kebab 2 with one, and then get a rock in the head. But you can see where she's pointing, and I'll say that it's within your movement range to get to him if you want to like run over and start pummeling him.
Well, this is my revenge for throwing those damn rocks at me.
So yeah, you do some cool stuff. You go over, you kind of go behind the tree, and he's just there, kind of like, this was gonna go better. Yeah, do you want to start?
Can I translate what he's shouting? Because I can speak. Oh no, I can't speak kobold.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
I didn't. Never mind.
It's bits of broken common, a lot of it's in Draconic, but every now it's basically, oh shit! So yeah, give me a roll, mate. You need to give me an attack roll. That's alright, mate. It's fine. If you look on your page, in the middle of the page, it's got a list of things you can do. It says like monk unarmed strike, short sword dart, short sword dart. I'm assuming you're going to just punch this little dude. No, mate. See, in the core page, you're absolutely fine. So see in the centre of the page, it says 18 current hit points, and if you just work your way slowly down that, it will say monk unarmed strike.
I don't even think I'm in the right page. Like,
Oh, you're definitely the right page, mate. Right.
It should be on the main sheet of your character page.
100% there. I tell you, mate, just roll me a d20 and then +5 to it. Do you not do the d20?
hang on. Is that it?
Did that mean
that's
9
a
total?
d20, mate. Aye. Yep. So it's a d20 +5. Unfortunately, as it's cowering, you kind of feel a little twang of regret for it. Even though he's just kind of smacked you in the head with a rock, you feel a bit sorry for him. So you kind of don't put everything into the punch, and you just do that.
Oh, but you.
And
You just tickle its chin, like under the chin. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
it's just
Okay, I forgive you. Thank you.
Um,
Thanks for hitting me with that rock. You're so cute. Can I keep him?
that's an option. Now, I believe you can do some stuff as a monk. You can spend some
Key
key
points.
points to try and hit him if you want to like try and punch again. I'm not 100% up on monks. I think you can do that at this level. It's like flurry of blows, basically. Is that this?
Yeah,
thing?
flurry of blows. You
Ah, yeah,
hit
flurry of blows,
twice
here we
with
are,
that.
yeah. So if you want to try and hit him, you can make another 2 unarmed strikes. Up to you, though, mate. You don't have to spend a key point. Up to you.
I'll probably preserve it because I'm just too distracted tickling him.
Okay, so give me,
Good to
a,
go, good to
per-
go.
give me a persuasion check to see if he likes it. Just roll me a d20.
D20. 7.
He does not like it.
He does.
He does
He's
not
pissed.
approve of this.
He does
Would
not
not like
consent.
Tickle.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that was you. Ross, what was you? You were like 14 or something, mate, so it's you to go next. You can see your friend, as far as you can tell, molesting a kobold.
Wow.
So I'll say you've got distance to get up to him if you want to go for it.
Right. I'll go up to him and can I smash the cobalt like a golf ball with my hammer?
You
Go.
1000% can do that. So you don't even look above your head. It's
And,
like literally a golf swing.
Alright, I'll do that then.
Yep, just roll me your attack, mate.
Okay, that's D20, isn't it?
D20
D20
plus
was
your modifier, which with you I think is quite high. What did you get? Oh, it's a 7. It's
7.
only a 7, mate, but these things are not particularly hard to hit. You have got a +6, which beats its armor class, which is 12. So yeah, roll me some damage, mate. I think for what you're using, it's a D12. Oh, sorry. Oh, is it a Warhammer you've got? Okay, so it's a D10 plus 4.
Okay. D10.
All the fun of talking about maths.
11.
Plus 11. Okay, mate, so you run up and you've got your Warhammer and you see your friend kind of like poking at it a bit and kind of feeling a bit, should we kill this little pathetic creature? We'll just kill its friends. And you just splatter it. And you think it's going to go flying and it's going to be really funny. It just bursts like a wet bag of meat. And you're like, it's like, ugh.
Oh,
Me,
bugger me.
me, ju-
And yes,
me just such a blank face, like covered in blood, like, huh?
Oh.
yeah, you were
Sorry,
regretting
man.
hitting it. And.
Well,
I've just witnessed everything and I'm going.
Well done. Well done. The cool idea. Well done.
I'm still like just getting out of my meditated state and like, what was that? Huh?
Loud, big shit. Just go back to sleep. You're fine.
Okay,
Now, as you well,
just go straight back to meditating.
no, you don't.
Ah.
So as you are wailing on this kobold, a troll comes out from the other side and sees Jim's legs dangling out the tree. It just walks up and it's going to take a couple of
No.
attacks on Jim.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Does a 7 hit you, mate? I know it doesn't, so maybe an answer.
No.
Oh, and a 1, right. So it sees you laughably hidden in the tree and it's like, I'll get this guy. Misses. This is, shit. Misses again, it's like, fuck. And then, Rachel, it's your turn.
What?
It's Rachel's turn, but if you want to say a funny quip, by all means go ahead. That's what D&D is.
Does that? I'm going to jump up in the tree and go, ha ha, and he starts doing all that jump.
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn
From your
round.
point of view, what happened was a spear came out from directly between your legs. Like,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. See that? That's why I'm saying I'm jumping up.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the branch going, got how you miss.
But Rachel, I'll say that if you want to be, you've just kind of stood to your feet and you see them wailing on the kobold, then you turn around and you see this big ass troll with a spear try to stab your brother ineffectually a couple of times.
I'm just like, not my brother, you fucking prick, and I'm going to throw a fireball at it.
A fire bolt, just to clarify, everyone, a fire bolt, not a fireball.
Yup. Is that bolt?
Yep, I know, just
19?
yeah, a 19 hit side.
That's not the right dice. That's 3 damage.
3 damage, okay.
Yeah. Now fancy.
Cool. What I'll say is, yeah, it hurts, and it hits him and it hurts him, and he kind of looks in and he looks pissed off. But doesn't look. He looks almost shocked because of his fire. If anyone wants to give me a history check, you can see why he looks shocked. If you don't, we can just move on.
History.
I'll tell you, anyone's proficient in history can give me a proficiency check.
I'm not.
Anyone proficient?
I'm not.
I'm not.
No.
I'll allow it to be
Nope.
history or survival, because I know some of these are in that. But that's all.
I'll do survival. 8.
You're like, they don't like fire. Okay, yep. So that's that. Next goes to the top of the round. Back to Jim. A troll just tried to stab you.
Oh, by the way, can I move closer to it as well?
Okay. Right, you want to move closer to it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't mean to sound so shocked there. You remember you're a wizard, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You move up to the
Well-
giant troll.
So the
Wait.
troll is
Hang on. What's the sort of distance? Where am I? What's happening?
It kind of walked out of it and then walked straight to where Jim was. So I'll say he's on the edge of camp and he's kind of ran up the tree. You were about maybe 15 feet away from the troll.
Oh fuck! If I knew that, I would have done something different. Right. Okay.
Well, we don't have maps, but I wasn't making a real
Yeah.
map for this, so you know. Do you talk about
Okay.
that?
Well, I'll actually go a little bit further away.
Okay, I'll say you sprint across the other direction. You kind of like get a bit of cover behind the tree. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. So Jim, troll's trying to stab you.
So now the troll's distracted with Willow. Or is it still looking at me?
It's not distracted. No, it got hit, but
No.
like you know.
Alright.
Tell me what you're trying to do, Jim, and I'll tell you if it works.
I was going to try a sneak attack, jump down his back and stab with a saber.
I will say that at the length you're at, you can try and get away and then try and hide, but I will say it's at disadvantage because it is right there. I've
Right,
never
fine,
really
I'll-
agreed with that mechanic in D&D where rogues can just hide.
No,
underneath
I'll
people.
use that. I'll jump into another
Right,
green
Alex, turn
hide.
it off, you man, come on. Right, cool. If you're going to go out of his range, he is going to get the opportunity attack on you, mate. So, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Misses, mate. 6.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm rolling so bad. I kind of like to hurt you, sir, but it's not happening. Okay, fine. So yeah,
Yeah.
you just swing it to you get out, you do a combat roll, you run. I'll say this uses all your movement to
Yeah.
get out of the way. If you give me a stealth, it needs to beat his passive perception, which was not very high.
12.
12. He sees you
Yeah.
no way, mate. Is that a stealth or
Okay.
survival you gave me there, mate?
You did survival.
Right.
Yeah, it's survival.
Right, what's your, your stealth is +5. I'll take the first roll, mate, but that was a 10, that's a 15. 15 beats his passive perception, so yeah, he kind of loses you, you kind of fake a little bit, you roll, you throw some, I don't know, you do some rogue shit, and he disappears. And you're like, okay, so you're hidden, you've got advantage on the attack.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going to use my longbow again.
Yep, go for it.
The 23.
23 definitely hits, mate. Give me some damage and give me some sneak attack.
Piercing 8. And my sneak attack, what do I add to that again?
The sneak attack's 1d6
1d6.
at this level, I think. Check your stats.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it
it's
goes
1d6.
up.
Yeah. Okay,
3.
so that's 11 damage. So yeah, you pop out, you shoot him straight into his chest, and he looks angry. So he kind of like knocks the bolt, or not the bolt, the arrow away from himself, and looks angry, like stares directly at you. That takes us down. So he's lost another 11 plus that. Okay, cool. Right, Mary, it's you.
So Hunter's Mark has now moved to this bitch because the 3 kobolds are dead.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna longbow.
Doesn't hit.
Right.
And
In that
so he sees
case-
it coming, and he manages to get his spear in front of the guy, actually sticks straight into the spear shaft.
Yeah. So in that case, I am just gonna be like, whoops, and stay where I am. I am not getting any closer where he can get into swing damage.
Makes sense. Okay, so that's the next person down the order. The kobolds are all dead. Good night, man. Love you.
Oh. That T-shirt looks sus.
I see.
No pun intended.
Right, so Callum, it's you, mate. Like you just turned round, and within striking distance, if you can run over to a very large troll, you can try and punch him if you want.
Yeah, I'll give that a try.
Okay,
Right, so I think I may have figured it out. What do I roll for?
You
Punch the troll.
just roll to punch. So just a d20 plus 5, or if you just click unarmed strike, it'll hit him.
Arm strike. Let me see if I can. Wait, is it actually in here? Hang on.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm pretty. Shit. Sorry.
Sorry, no, don't worry about it.
I can't seem to find it in the character sheet.
It's definitely there, mate.
It's just a standard attack for a monk, so
It says, I think, hold on, I'm actually. Bernard, right. So see, in the area where it says attacks and spellcast, it says monk unarmed strike. It just says unarmed S, to be fair. It's not.
Oh, okay, okay. Right, so I use monk unarmed strike.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Sorry, mate. So you go up and you're
That's not
like,
hit.
first thing is like you go for a couple of stomachs jabs, and it's just got such thick hide and like a kind of like tan hide armor. You're not getting through it. You've got another 2 if you want to use a key point.
Yeah, why not?
So another 2
Okay.
hits. Go for it.
Does not hit.
Nope, does not hit.
you got another one.
Yep,
Another one more.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes!
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, so you go 1, 2, nothing, and then you kind of come in for a big haymaker in the chin. It just kind of like it's like punching like a brick, and then you go fuck this, and you just kick him in the balls. With your final karate shot, I mean that definitely hits. So give me just click where it says monk unarmed strike, and you'll do some damage.
Just click it again.
See what it says. See on the right hand side of the screen in the actual box where it tells you the numbers you've been getting. If you just click the word
Yeah.
monk unarmed strike in there, that'll give you the damage.
All right.
7, and it's because you get the 3 extra radiant damage. That's badass. Right, so yeah, you got max damage there. So you volume, and then the holy light of your god also transfers into the kick, and it kind of lifts him off the ground slightly for 7 damage. It definitely hurts him.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that's that. So remember, you've used the key points. You only have, I think, 3 of them, so that's you down to 2.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Ross, it's back to you, mate.
Alright, so he's hurting.
Oh, he's hurt, yeah. I will say
Right,
he's hurt,
I-
but he does not look like he's in a bad way.
Right.
He's
I am gonna
Keep-
go into rage.
Rage. Yeah.
I would like to.
I deprived that troll of his manhood. Why can't he just go down already?
Oh,
Yo, crow back.
so I go. So I go into a rage and go for savage blows. Savage blows? Is that the one? Hold on.
That's
Savage
what basically, yeah. Is that like the one that gives me advantage in attacks against you?
Isn't that savage
Uh,
attack?
I don't know.
Savage attacks. Yeah, that's what. Sorry, savage attacks. My mistake. Yeah. I go for savage
know
attacks
some
and
shit.
basically just try to turn his head into ground beef.
Go for it, mate.
All right.
So,
That's the
so you just want to take a swing, mate. So either D20 plus 6, or you can click on where it says Warhammer 2 or 1 or 2 handed. Up to you.
I go for a D20 plus 6. Plus 60 there.
Thank you. So what did you roll, mate?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, just roll with a D20. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that definitely hits, mate. So 19 is definitely going to hit him. So you want to roll me, if it's a 2-handed attack, that is a D10 plus 4.
10 plus 4.
You got 8.
8, nice. So yeah, you hit him for 8. You smash him right in the face with the weapon. Hits him right in there. And he goes down and he kind of moves his head back up. He looks angry and he kind of like pulls a tooth that's kind of shaking and just flicks it at you. Yeah. Finally, someone knows how to hit. And he's going to return a couple of blows. He's going to go 1 for you, and he's going to go 1 for the monk that kicked him in the nuts. So he's going to go. Right. Oh, got a 1. God damn it. Okay. And a 14. Does that hit you, Ross?
I was checking.
It does not. No. Your armor class also hasn't updated because you're also an armored attack because you are The guy, it's your dexterity plus your constitution, which is 1 plus. Your armor class is also 13, mate. He hits you for 3 damage. Hold on a second. Ross, you're on level 1, mate. You should be on level 3. We'll sort that out in a minute, okay?
Oh, really?
It's okay.
Alright, okay.
I was like, that's a lot, not very many hit points for a barbarian at level 3. Okay, that's fine. We'll sort it out. So, yeah, he hits you, but because you're rage, it looks like it'll hurt you more, and it just kind of pisses you off, to be honest. 1 hit point is what it does. And he missed you completely. So yeah, we're all rolled probably, that's boring. Okay, so back to the top. Sorry, no, it's Rachel next. Rage Shell, what have you got for me? Now, I'd like to point out you've got 2 companions are melee distance with him here, so just drop a fireball.
They're in melee, will
They
they?
are both in melee range with him now.
Okay, well that changed their plans yet again.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Scorching Ray.
Nice. I think that gets 3 blasts, is that right?
Do. 3 rays of fire, yes.
Yeah, so basically just 3 attack rolls with the spell, and it'll tell you if it hits or not. I think it's a d6 for each.
Okie dokie. Takes 2d6.
Oh, there you go.
First one's an 11.
Miss.
I'm presuming that misses.
Mhm.
Second one is exactly the same.
Okay.
Third one is 18.
18 definitely hits. So the first couple of manages to kind of bat away with his spear, and it kind of burns into his feet. He looks
Oh.
panicked by it. Yep.
Second, the damage is 10.
10, okay. Yeah, now he's starting to look worried. You notice as the fire hits him, that's when he looks the most concerned. You can almost see like the wounds that he had, from what they were kind of like slowly kind of drying up and scabbing over, and as soon as you hit him with the fire, it stopped. And that's when he starts to look panicked.
Okay, so he's what's it called? Not immune. The other thing.
It's a weakness.
Fishy
Yeah.
and fireproof.
Okay, that's cool. Nice, so that's that done. Yeah, he's looking panicked. And now back to the top of the round. Jim, it's you, mate. You've got 2 people engaged with him already, so now you don't need to be stealth because he's engaged in melee distance with 2 enemies. So if you want to just start, fuck you can get some sneak attack damage.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to use my fancy footwork where I can just run in and just do a big swipe and get back out there before they can hit me.
Just to clarify, you're using this just because you can, yeah? This is like, there's no
Yeah.
real, okay, that's fine. Like, it's just like, okay, I guess. So yeah, you... Now, I would say he is 30 feet away from you, so you don't have any movement left to get away from him, so you'll just be in melee with him. Are you sure you want to do that?
No, just
I would say that you circle him slightly and that you kind of like you position yourself better so that you can kind of like get the shot. How's that?
yeah.
And then if you
Yeah, I'll
choose
do
to
that.
next time, you can go and stab him in the back. Okay, cool. Give me some attack, mate.
Miss 6.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We are rolling shit tonight, aren't we?
Jeebus, mate. This is what happens, man. Sometimes D&D's natural 20, natural 20. All the times like 1, 3, 1. No, you know, but whatever. It's cool. Right, so Jim, your attack's over. I was trying to think of a way to give you an advantage there, but you know, you rolled a 6 and a 9, so it doesn't matter. Right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mari, it is you. Your friends are piling in trying to kill this guy now. What you got for me?
I'm going for longbow attack.
Attack, motherfucker. Go for it. Just for the sake of brevity, I'll give you advantage on this. Oh, good, because you got a 15, that's fine. Yeah, as he's kind of like, he looks worried, and then you catch him just in the side of the cheek with an arrow, and digs quite far in, grabs it, rips it out, kind of tearing off some of the flesh and that, and flings it to the side. Looks over at you angry, but you know he's got 2 people engaged with him at the moment. Anything else you want to do? Oh, you've got your hunter's mark damage as well.
Yep, so I'm about to roll that. So I've got 9 piercing from the longbow shot.
Yeah.
And why is Hunter's Mark not rolling? I just need 1d6. Nah.
God damn it.
But after that, I am going to step in close to him. Because now that I've noticed that he ain't fireproof, I have a plan.
Right, cool. Yeah. So
Oh.
I'll say that you circle round to the other side. Yeah. I'll say that at this point you're just trying to flank him, so these are getting in better positions. You're just trying to hack him down. So that's used to gone. Kobolds are dead. That is Ross's turn.
Alright, kobolds are dead. So the troll, is it the troll? Am I right?
The only thing left is the troll. Yeah.
Alright, and I've dislodged a tooth so far. Right, I'm gonna try break a kneecap now.
Okay, you go swing for the leg. Okay, cool. You try. I'll say this could be like a push attack or something. So if you want to try and sweep the legs from him, getting prone, you can. So just
Alright.
we would call this just it'd be a D20 plus strength, and you're basically just trying to get him prone. It'll be reduced damage. I'll say it's only going to be like 1d4 plus your strength, but you know, get him down.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh.
I'm going to say I'll give him a opposed strength though, just for the hell of it. Okay. I will say that you get involved in a tussle and you're kind of like you've got him grappled at this point. I'll say you don't get him down, but you didn't roll very high when you did a T. So I'll say right now you're kind of got him grappled and you're trying to get in about him. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to try and like bite him or something? Because you're. Rawr!
I do have a dagger, so I'll maybe try and go for the
Go for the
jugular.
dagger. So yeah, the other hand is you're kind of getting in there, you just try and pull the dagger and knife him a couple of times. Go for it.
Right, that's just a D20.
D20 plus your strength modifier, mate. So it'll just be like it's the same as always, to be honest.
Alright, hold on. It's a nightmare navigating this with just a phone. Oh.
Nat 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, cool. So well, it's just a dagger though, so it's a 1d4 doubled in plus your strength. So it's a 1d4 plus 3, I think.
1d4
Sorry, plus 4. So.
plus 4.
So 1d4 plus 4. So it was 1 doubled to 2, and then plus 4. So it was 6 damage. You get the knife right in there. You actually feel the knife go right in. You're like, oh fucking hell, this is really badass. And then you rip it out. It's probably kind of like some green troll blood, which kind of sizzles as it hits the ground. But yeah, you fuck him up a bit. So that takes him down to a lower number than before. Okay, cool. Next thing then would be. Oh, it's, it's you. Hi, sorry, go ahead. I think I skipped your go there, Callum. Sorry, let's go then, mate.
You know, like I have a short sword that is begging to be used. What if I use that to?
You can go ahead. You can do this at advantage, mate. I'll say that between the grapple and the fact that you're all circling, you're at advantage now. So just give me a roll at advantage. So just 2d20, or just just click on short sword.
Okay.
God damn it, keep opening that by accident.
Oh, sorry, I pressed it twice.
That's fine, mate.
Yeah.
The 22 is the one you've got. The 22 is definitely going to get hit. Click on the word short sword, and it'll give you some damage.
Okay.
9 piercing damage. That's fine. This guy's starting to look real fucked up.
Oh, let him hit me in the next turn. Let him hit me in the next turn.
Let him hit me. That's cool. So you've still got your key points, mate. If you want to drop another key point, you can start punch. You can like just scabbard that and just go for some uppercuts, some hadoukens and whatnot.
I'll save that. I'll save that.
Actually, I'm saving all the things in case there's a boss fight next. Okay. What was I
You
gonna do?
wanted me to do these hit points, weren't you?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you do that. You kind of circle around them. You're kind of like you're harrying them as like your friends are trying to get in there as well. So that's you as your shots. It's now the troll's turn. I'll say that there's. I'm actually gonna say he's doing it at disadvantage now because Ross is currently like kind of like grappled him. So he is going to go. No, the kobold, you're dead. Right, he's going to go for a bite attack on Ross. Misses 6. And I'm going to say he's going to do 2 bite attacks on you because you're fucking with him. A 14 hits you though. So that is for 4 piercing, but because you're raging, reduced to 2. So he bites into your ear, you kind of feel a bit of your ear and he spits it out, but yeah, just for 2 damage. Yeah, get off me, York! But yeah, that's him. Rage Cell, it's yourself. He's looking real fucked up now.
Okay, I'm gonna use Scorpion Ray one more time. Let's see if I can actually hit.
Yeah, he's very close to death now, so.
That misses.
Tell me what it is. Oh yeah, it was below 14. It misses.
Okay, that misses. That hits. I'm not rolling well tonight.
Happens.
That's 9 damage.
9. Okay, and it's more fire damage, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
fire damage.
He's like, fuck, no more fire. But yeah, top of the round, Jimbo. If you want to run up and like start just stabbing away, you've got advantage now.
Yeah.
Cool. What about repeater? That's 14. That 14. So
Okay,
that
14. Meet or exceed, mate. You've got him. Go for it. Give me some damage.
8.
8. And with that, Jim, you go up, and as the orcs, the half orcs got him grappled, the monk kind of driving the sword into the side of him. Your sister kind of like blasts 2 trees and then smashes him in the face with some fire. You just run up behind him and you just. I always wonder, how the hell do you kill someone with a rapier? It's basically a knitting needle, so I guess you just push it through the back of him or something, and it goes.
Go
where
for
you
the
go.
eyes.
Through the eye.
Like,
Yeah,
how do you-
the
I found
eye.
a way to go
Or through the
up,
throat.
up his back and you go through
Okay, right, so
top
he
of it.
runs up his back and does
Throat,
the
yeah.
shoulder stab. How's that? The one, the shoulder stab that do in Game of Thrones, like straight into the chest?
Yeah.
Hey, that's always pretty
Oh,
badass.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of.
Oof.
And it spills out some blood, some kind of green bile, and then just kind of collapses backwards. Jim, you're an acrobat. You kind of you roll back, out the
Crushes
way,
everyone.
and he's kind of like the large form is just kind of like lying there dead. Unless, sorry, Ross, did you let him fall to the ground or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let him
good.
fall. I'm just grapple him, then I jump off him, let him fall to the ground.
So yeah, that's it. You've taken out 2 kobolds and a trollkin warrior.
3 kobolds.
Sorry, 3 kobolds. Yeah.
Can I do some looting? See if there's anything interesting on any of them.
You absolutely can do some looting. But before you do that, everybody give me a perception roll. I'll say
Okay.
the DC to beat is 14. It's just a straight perception roll.
Okay, roll well.
23.
You definitely-
Perception
13.
10.
19.
Right, everyone that scored, what did I say, like 30, whatever. Everyone that scored like 14 or above. You notice a load of birds fly off. Crows, ravens, you're not 100% sure. Jim, you're 100% sure they're ravens. But yeah, they fly off.
That's the only one thing. We're not alone.
So yeah. Right,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's it. You sub for a while, you drag the kobolds over. If you want to kind of rifle through their packs and that, you're free to. Yeah, give me an investigation roll. Either one person at advantage or 2 people do single rolls.
I'm just gonna go off and retrieve my own arrows that I've shot.
Absolutely fine, makes sense.
I will do at least one. So, does anybody else want to do one?
I was going to do one as well, but you can roll advantage if you want.
How much have you got? Because I've got +5.
Was it in again? Was it? Which roll?
Investigation?
Best.
I'm a -1,
No,
so
I've
better
got-
not.
Yeah, my
I've got
investigation's crap.
0, so only
I've
go
got
with
+5, but I am rolling
Right,
shit.
you go for
So.
it, Rich. Just roll advantage. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, I know fine.
Oh, hey, 20.
20.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
First good roll of the game.
Right. Yeah, you search through the kobolds' kind of horrible little pouches and through their kind of their quick shoot armor, which is now soaked in their own blood. Their weapons are shit. There's slings that you could make yourselves quite easily with just round rocks. None of you want them unless you do. They've got some shitty daggers that it looks like they found them after they've been lying outside for a long time. But sharp, but like pitted and kind of rusty. You're more danger of getting tetanus of it than anything else. Between the 3 kobolds that you've killed, they had about 18 copper pieces on them. The trollkin, his weapon is better. It's a large kind of like Ovens was trying to say homemade, but like a roughly made weapon, a spear. So just basically a big long straight stick with a bit of sharp stone on the end. Useful if you're strong and large, but other than that, it's just a spear. He doesn't have anything in his pouches, but you do find a silver ring around his neck. It's human size.
Oh.
I'll take the spear.
If you want to take the spear, feel free to take the spear, mate. I'll drop one in your inventory for you. That's not a problem.
Is it just a plain old silver ring?
It's just a. I mean, if you want to do an Arcana check on it, you can.
Okay.
And me just limping, going like, you wouldn't happen to have any medicine, would you? You stupid,
16.
you dead.
You dead shitbag. Rachel, you smell it, you lick it, you do all the things that wizards do to check if things are magical or not. This is just a ring.
Okay.
But it's
I'll
quite
put it
worth it.
on.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
put it on my pinky finger.
nice. You would say, based on your wizardly intelligence, probably worth about 20 gold.
Can I bandage up the human?
You can certainly do like some kind of healing on the human if you want. What I will say, and I always forget to say this, is that the Neverwinter Regulars provides every one of their adventurers with
Two healing
with 2
potions.
healing potions at the start of the adventure.
Yes.
So 2d4 plus 2 if you want to take them, or you can just have the short rest or the long rest and go back to full health. That's absolutely fine. I will say that it would be the start of a long rest again, because you just had a fight. This wasn't just like I woke up and went to the toilet. This was I woke up and actually got in a fight with some monsters.
Yeah.
Do you
Just
want
woke
to
up and had a
stay
wee.
here, or do you want to move off?
I
I
was
think
move
we should
away.
move off because I don't think this area is safe anymore.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm to where the raven flew off. We should be further away from that area.
Okay. Let's go a bit further then.
Right, what I will say is I'll give you options. Would you rather move off stealthily and just try and like find somewhere hidden, or do you want to use your survival traits instead of your survival skills instead and just try and find like a cave or something you can go and hide in? So basically, group stealth roll, or your ranger and your wood elf can like use survival. Up to use.
Well, I've got more advantage in survival and stealth, so it doesn't really matter at this stage to me.
I've got
Yeah,
more
I'm the
advantage
same.
myself. So,
Let's do a group stealth roll then. That's always fun.
Yeah,
Get everyone a
go
roll.
for that.
Okay, we will say this is a group stealth. I will say 14 or below is a fail, and 15 or
21.
above is a
Nat
pass.
20.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
2
Sorry.
passes. The nat 20 actually
24.
counts as 2 passes.
I
Anyway.
did not pass. Damn it.
What did you
I
get?
I got 10.
Ooh.
I got 12.
You got 12. Oh no, this is all down to
oh,
Ross then.
I'm
Ross.
too badly hurt.
what did you
Ross.
say on the little?
It's a D20 plus your stealth, mate.
I'm having a hard time reading the little, just because this phone's squished the.
That's right, Mel. I'll look
Read
for you.
them.
Your stealth
Oh.
is 2. So yeah, just a D20 plus 2, mate.
Oh, that's right. It's going to plus 2.
Ooh, okay. Let me make a note.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's
nobody
a
got
bad
me because I got a crit.
Well, it was 3 passes and 3 fails because the D20 will cast as the count as 2. But I'll say that you move
Yeah.
across, you move somewhere else, right? Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, you move across. You don't light a fire this time. You just kind of zigzag in the trees, and you find a kind of enclosed area. It's like some trees have fell down, and you just kind of like manage to hide in amongst it. So you could probably sleep here. Do you want to?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
I
I
feel
took
like I'll
my
never
meds
wake
the
up.
long ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, who was speaking there? I think it was one of the guys who don't have faces, because sometimes it's easier with your faces.
Everyone was speaking Lee.
I'll be like, I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I could never wake up next morning.
Right, I will say that the monk just kind of goes over and just kind of face plants into the ground and just like you just kind of like fling a blanket over him and put like something under his head and he's just like he's out.
I'm gonna make some leaf, like a leaf pillow for him.
Oh,
I'm just gonna turn around at myself and say, do you know what? It's so damn hard not to pickpocket these days, eh? Now look at the guy, the punks.
Just don't do it, okay? We've got to be around
Okay.
these guys for a little bit. At least try not to steal from these guys, okay?
Fine.
I'm just gonna
I
throw a
thought
dirty
about
look because I could hear the entire conversation.
Don't worry, he's
like,
trying
stand on-
really hard.
Without raising
He
my
won't steal.
without raising my head, I'm just still on my leaf pillow. Thank you. I'll be like, don't even think about it.
But try it with me, like fingers, and I'll break your fucking hand.
Right,
Hey, well, there's thinking about it and there's doing it. Two different things.
Wait, so who's on watch, by the way?
Well, before we do
Are
the
we-
watches,
are we
I
going?
won't do is we're going to take a brief break because I've drank loads of liquid and need to go to the toilet. So I'm going to just give
Yes,
you a
so do
chance
I.
to have a quick bio break, okay? I'll put some
Yay.
back.
Where's that?
Yeah.
And I
Alright.
will mute the stream. Hey, we're back.
Alright.
Hey. Okay,
Cool.
now, basically, he's kind of lucked out there because of Rachel's natural 20 and Jim passing, and then 3, so I was like, well, that's half and half, so something will happen. How do you want to do the watches through the night?
Well, has my wolf come back yet? And is there plans for him coming back? Because I don't know if you'd forgotten about that part.
Actually, that's a good point. I will say that you have found something. Oh, that's a very good point. I did forget. When you were searching the kobold a short distance away, you found a bag with a real fucked up wolf in it, breathing, but just. So, yeah. And he wakes up, he gives you a little lick, and then he falls back asleep. And I'll see if you want you can carry the wolf back.
Oh,
Yes.
sure
Little
thing.
dog one. Yeah.
Oh.
It rolled poorly in its stealth. Something had to happen to it, so I could have killed it. I didn't. It got captured by this raiding party, and they were keeping a hold of it. Maybe keeping the meat fresh.
Good
for
thing we
later.
did.
Mhm. Yeah.
Can I give him one of my healing potions?
You absolutely can give him one of your healing potions. You give him it, and he pops back up to whatever. We'll give
Is he magical? Like, does he come back after he died?
No. Once he's dead,
No.
he's dead.
he's,
Oh shit!
it's just
I
like
have to. I
dead.
have to then find another companion and bond with it.
No, don't kill
Ah.
the dog.
Yeah, Lee, you cannot do that.
I
That
didn't-
is a
Yeah.
sin.
To clarify, I didn't do that. Right? I made sure.
No,
that
I'm
the
saying
dog
you
was
can't.
Yeah.
In future, you
First
have
of all-
no permission to kill us.
I can do whatever I want,
This is an
and if I
animal.
want to make
It
the
is
dog.
illegal. It's now illegal to
Alright,
kill
one lander.
dogs.
What I'm gonna do is the
He's
dog's gonna fall out at one point and like gain the ability to talk. Like fuck you guys, I don't even like Jews anyway.
Is it going to leave on its own
Leaves,
accord?
Yeah, it just leaves of its own accord one day. You guys put
Well,
me in
it doesn't
danger.
die.
I'm just a dog, and you made me fight a dragon. I am not having
He's
this.
not a dog. He's a wild wolf. He's used to danger.
Get it right.
He's used to fighting guys with swords. That doesn't seem fair.
He's a grizzled, haggled, like scarred up wolf who's used to fighting with me.
Okay.
Rawr.
He and I have had many adventures together over the years.
Yes.
I've had him since he was a puppy, just to make you feel even guiltier.
Oh,
Just to be clear, guys,
it's
kill
okay.
him.
He's still alive. So
I
it's
feel
alright.
nothing about any of that. Right.
Cold.
If you had
it makes
if you
me
had a
feel
dog,
better.
you would feel something.
Right, Ross, I have put a spear in your inventory, so you now have a spear.
Great.
Cool, so that's that. So yeah, just for the sake of expediency, I'll say that the night passes without further incidents. Give me a group perception roll. 2 things are going to happen.
Did you say perception?
Just straight perception. Everyone give me a straight perception roll.
18.
24.
11.
18, 24, 11.
16.
Okay.
That's
15 and
two
above.
seconds.
2 things. First of all, halfway through the night, you hear a very angry bestial roar. Some distance off in the woods. And then as you are packing up camp in the morning, getting yourself ready, you notice a couple of ravens that are watching you from a distance, out of bow shot, for example, or just like they've nestled themselves in places. And as soon as you guys start moving up, they fly off.
Warren, the ravens are back.
Stupid birds. Can I just go to sleep now?
You've just woke up.
No, I can actually hear them in my sleep. They're too loud.
On my neck.
All I can hear is a caw, 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 and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning comes. I'll say you get your full 8 hours so that you can all go back to full health. You can replenish any spell slots, any key points, all that kind of stuff. Who amongst you has an intelligence of, let's say, 14 or above?
I do.
My wisdom is 16.
Wisdom, no, I'll take wisdom as well.
Oh no, sorry, my intelligence is 9. So no.
My intelligence is 17.
Intelligence.
Mine.
I'll take wisdom or intelligence for this.
My wisdom is 15.
Okay,
My little was 14.
right, 14 above is fine. It occurs to
I'm
you,
16 plus 3.
it occurs to you as you left that you didn't set fire to that troll when you left.
Uh-oh.
Ah, good point.
And it was healing up.
Guys, I think we should go back and, check on that troll. I think it might have come back.
I think going back is a bad idea because it knows we've been there, and I'd rather
Yeah.
not go back and face it again if we can keep moving forward and potentially set up a trap for it.
Hey, we taught a
That's
lesson.
different.
Is
We
it
thought-
following us? Oh, actually,
but
the
could we
ravens.
slip
If
up
the
that?
ravens belong to the troll, and the troll.
I can't
If
even
the ravens
communicate
are
with it.
following us, then
Hey, we taught the troll not to
know,
mess
man.
with us. I mean, we fucked it up real good.
Yeah, but he could just be super pissed now.
it looked like it was regenerating, except when I attacked it with fire. So I think it'll be back to full health now, probably.
But really, I took a saber through it, Nick.
I know, Warren, but must be some kind of magical shit that it's got. Well, it's obviously not a weapon because you got its shit. Okay, so who wants to move on to a trap, and who wants to go back and kill it? Oh,
I want to keep
see
going.
if it's there.
Pretty much rather keep going.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, let's go.
So you make your way through. You avoid the main road at this juncture, and you still within sight of it, but you kind of stay off deep in the trees. I'll say that you take kind of precautions and that. You try to remain relatively stealthy, but it does slow you down a little bit. But you're still going to make it to the village probably the next few hours or so. As you're going through the woods, you don't hear anything in particular. Like there's no like troll noises. You do see like the odd bits of wildlife, and you do see kind of signs that maybe there's been hunters there. You've got like little burnt out fires, and you've got like areas where people could camp just sitting around. But you don't.
Can I check to see if we're being followed by ravens?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. If you want to give me perception, any two of you can give me a perception check.
Perception. That would be 18.
Yeah. Flying above, quite high up, you see not just one or two ravens, but you see lots of ravens. Sometimes you'll see bakes in the tree. There'll be ravens quite a distance away, but you do catch sight of ravens tailing you.
Can I do are any of them close enough for me to try and reach one?
Reach is in touch, or reach is in shoot with a bow?
Reach as in not quite touch, but get the attention of.
I'll say that you stop to take a kind of break after your mark, and you do see one that's about maybe 60 feet away. It kind of flies down and perched in a tree. So
Okay, can I do an animal handling check to try and intuit what's got it spooked?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Give me that. Yeah,
That's
straight away.
not right.
No?
11.
Okay.
I
With
don't know
that,
if that works.
with that, you're not going to get a whole hell of a lot. What you do think, though, is that they're acting unusually. They tend to like flock around places where there's carrion, there's things to eat. The very fact that they're following you doesn't seem right. And this many, like another ranger could have like not usually have a ranger have like an animal companion. But for a full flock of or murder of crows and that kind of thing, there would need to be something fairly powerful doing this. But you don't know.
So they're probably been
Manipulated into
magically.
watching us?
Yeah.
That would seem reasonable,
Okay.
and based on what that troll done to you, at no point did it give the impression it was magical in any way, other than its regeneration, which I'm pretty sure is just an innate ability they have. But at no point did they try and do any kind of magical stuff.
Yeah.
So they have a master?
Yeah.
Usually allowed to do group.
So, do you think the troll might be working for the same person as the ravens? Maybe? I mean, clearly someone would have to be that powerful.
No,
Yeah.
I think if the troll was working for the mage or something, it would have like maybe some cool armor or some extra something to make it stand out from the rest.
Maybe
Not
it's
if it can
cheat mage.
regenerate.
Yeah, that's
If
it-
true.
if it-
If it can
If,
regenerate.
if it's got something that could reanimate it, even in addition to the regeneration. Because all it takes is a spell. Like necromancers, easy enough to.
But it was weak
that.
to fire. You'd think they'd try and do something about that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, my vote is keep going because I don't want to fuck around and find out.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just trying to think.
I can see Lee chuckling, going, "Yep, that's a plan."
So,
Let's
yeah,
go. We're still going. I'm just thinking.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go.
fine.
With my good intelligence, whereas I am not intelligent.
Right.
So yeah, you
Right,
keep moving
let's
This is
keep
why I
towards
hate
the-
having small characters.
They have to think about things. Ah, it's so annoying. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so as you move off, you come across like a rocky outcropping in the wooded area. Just some boulders and that have been there laid there over time, kind of overgrown and whatnot. I'll say that the ranger does notice some tracks going inside them.
Can I do a perception check to see or an insight check to see what the tracks are?
You absolutely can. Insight or survival or whatever, or perception. Any one of those is fine.
Can I give her
Of
advantage?
course you can. You go over and point and say, yes, they're definitely a thing.
You got 24.
24, fantastic. Based on what you know, human-sized tracks. And a few of them, big humans and small humans.
So
I'm
we're
relaying this to the
men
group.
and children. Okay.
Or maybe nuns.
Maybe villagers.
Yeah.
Moving.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe prisoners.
Hmm.
Can I sneak in a little bit and see if I can see anything?
If you want to
Are
sneak in,
they-
you can stealth in.
Yeah. Always
Do they
stealth.
look like a normal pace of a footprint? So like length part up, like, but
Yeah.
you know what
I
I
mean,
mean.
based on what you're looking at, yeah, I mean, it looks like a human-sized foot and some kind of like locally made shoe of some kind, so like hide boots or something.
So
but
it doesn't look like they've been chained up and people were walking in a
Oh, right,
row.
so you mean like small steps or something, or drag marks?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
No, some of them
Okay.
are almost erratic, and like there's ones that have got smaller strides. So I mean, based on what you know, you'd
Oh.
assume children and maybe someone who's injured.
Oh.
Looking
Okay.
like they're hurrying. And are the tracks going to the village or away from the village?
They are coming away from the village, and they seem to have kind of came through the woods, and they've went into this caved area.
I kind of like go in a wee bit stealthily and see what's inside it. If I can see using my dark vision.
You want
I would
to-
like to do the same.
I got an 18.
You got an 18. Okay, Jim. Yeah, Jim, you go in and you do indeed. You sneak down and you hear some voices of of some people. There's something going on in there, yeah. You'd say it's definitely women's voices you can hear.
Right. Can I hear how many there are?
Without getting within visual range, it'd be hard to guess, but there's definitely distinct voices. So yeah, at least 4.
Can I hear understand what they're saying?
It's kind of hushed whispers and that. Give me a perception check to see if you can pick out individual conversations.
I don't. I want to get advantage. I get 23, but I don't think.
Sorry, say that again, mate. What did you get?
You got a
A
6.
six.
I got a 6. I also
Can't
got a
hear me.
23.
I'll tell you what you do get actually from that. You hear a few different voices. You can't pick out individual words, but you also hear like bleating.
Bleating.
So there's
Bleating.
animals down there with them.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to sort of slowly go back out and just tell a group, like, yeah, there is a group of people lately with animals, but I couldn't get in to see more, but I could try and get a little bit further.
I think I might go in and see them. But not
Yeah,
all
if
of us
they're-
at once. And especially
Yeah.
not like the, the huge weapons and shit like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna stand guard outside the mouth of the cave with the wolf.
Yeah,
Because saying that a wolf
yeah,
if there's livestock's just gonna panic them.
Yeah.
So
Hello.
I'm gonna go in. I'll take Warren with me, and we'll sort of announce ourselves. Also, I don't want to just creep up on them.
Absolutely fine. Yep. So you
So
go
I'm
in.
just gonna be like, "Hello."
Yep, you go in and you do. Did you see like as you kind of go down, you hear the voices. They become louder, but not loud. Just like you can hear them better. It's people talking in kind of hushed tones. And as you come up and you announce yourself, they spin around. They look afraid. They've managed to light like a small fire that's like going into like a natural kind of flute in the back that seems to be taking the smoke away, but they're keeping the fire very small. And they look around panicked at you. And then you can
Don't worry.
One of them pulls out a single dagger and kind of like, get back, no! Leave us be!
No,
We're not
wait.
here to hurt you. We're just curious to. Well,
Are you a
who are
villager?
you? Yeah.
Are you a villager? Is that
Are you
the
the
word you
villager
choose?
I'm looking for or something? I don't know.
Okay.
We've been following
they?
some tracks, and we're just curious to know if, well, the tracks are yours, really. Well, and if you're okay as well.
The one kind of pushes the other one's back. We were attacked a few days ago. Some little monsters and some big monsters came and took the village and set it on fire.
Was it kobolds by any chance?
Little long-nosed monsters, scaly skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like those
they
doesn't
attacked
look
us
like
too. And then a huge troll.
No,
Troll, whatever.
that's what the big ones are called. And yes, there was the big ones, and then the different big one, and then the one with the stick in the hair.
Oh, the stick in the hair. That one.
Oh.
Could you describe them, please?
It was I think it was a woman.
Okay.
Like the blue ones, like a woman.
Like a mage, maybe?
She maybe we ran. There was fire, and they were attacking and killing the men. And I
Were
grabbed the
they-
children and we left.
Was
What was
she
it?
in charge?
I didn't stick around to ask.
Okay.
Are you here? Who sent you? Who's brought you here to help us? Are you here to help us? We need food. The
Well,
boy
we
is
can
hurt.
help. I'll
Yeah, we
give
can
them
help.
some. I'll give them some food that I have.
Okay, I'll say you've got about 5 days worth of rations on you. How many days of rations?
Yeah,
are
I'll
you
give them like 3 days. Yeah.
She kind of like.
I had some rabbits, so.
I had some rabbit yesterday. I'm fine. Yeah,
I'm
cool, so
good.
They kind of like move over. One of the women that doesn't have the weapon, she kind of like comes over and takes it quickly and like starts. They all take bites. And, like kids start eating the jerky or whatever. It's other kind of weird foods that they have in fancy worlds. Opens the tins of beans. I don't know. And yeah, they still look. It's like she kind of looks at the knife and then kind of looks back at you and just kind of like puts it in this little scab. It's like. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to make you do now.
Yep.
Both of you, actually, to see if you've kind of calmed them enough, you can give me a persuasion roll at advantage to see if they have any more information for you.
Okay, come on. Nat 20.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works. Okay, so yeah, she kind of she calms, and like after you've went back and forth for a while, she kind of calms down, and she doesn't have a lot, but you will get 2 things off her. So each of you can roll me a d10.
D10.
10.
Oh,
8.
okay.
18.
Okay. Right, guys, it was just the 2 people that were there. You guys aren't there. You are outside.
And you rolled a
That's why I
20,
can't
not a
roll.
10.
God damn it.
So you learned nothing because that wasn't one of the options. However, Rachel, she kind of like after you go back and forward, she does have a bit more to say about the troll can have a woman with him, and she's a witch or a shaman. She doesn't know about a mage, but she seemed to be able to control things through like words she was saying or the staff or like something. So there's just seemed some kind of magical aura about her, and she seemed to be in charge specifically of the trollkin, but not so much the kobolds.
Arsha's in control.
Jim,
Okay.
you get that the village crab guard was captured or somehow made to stop fighting. Would you want to explain that further?
Yeah, explain that further. Crab guard.
Yeah, it turns out that the village, through the help of that means nothing to.
That means
Anyone
nothing
who's
to
tuning
you
into the
guys.
stream is just going to see us all going.
Well, that's actually
I know
that's a
that.
sanity check thing we had to that
Yes.
another time. That's a callback. Anyway,
I know. I'm doing the hat thing, but I'm not viewed.
can't see him.
Oh, you guys don't even get what it means.
Oh, it was from the chalk dance. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
it's
Jim,
funny.
she explains that a kind of local druid that was friendly with the village helped them tame a crab that they refer to as the Sea King, and he defends the village. They can kind of use some forms of communication they have, and they can kind of call upon him and his crab army, and they will overwhelm anyone that tries to attack. And they've used it successfully against like bandits and that in the past. And kind of words got around, so like small bands of bandits don't come along because it's not worth the hassle of being eaten by
Okay.
crabs. But
That's
some for some
crazy.
reason, it didn't work this time, and they don't know why. Although she suspects it's something to do with the troll shaman or whatever she is.
Do you think maybe she's tried to, or maybe she's killed them? I don't say that out loud. This is me
Okay.
thinking it myself.
Okay, so you're dealing with a witch who can control things.
She's definitely controlling the troll. We know that. Thank you for this information. It was actually very helpful.
Are you going to free the people left in the village?
Wait, there's
Okay.
people there.
Just,
Yes, of course. They killed the men, but they were most of the men. They weren't killing the women or the children though.
Well, that's good.
And they snuck back yesterday and they hadn't left. I thought perhaps they would raid and leave. That's what bandits do, but they haven't. They've stayed.
how far away from the village?
Hour, maybe two if you're careful.
Okay, in what direction?
Do you have a map? And if you have, she you know which
Yeah.
ways they're going. She explains the directions to you. It's
Yeah.
no use right-handed.
Right, okay.
Okay. I think we should go and check it out.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to check it out. We'll go back.
We'll come back
Talk to our friends.
if everything goes well, and hopefully it will, and we'll come get you.
If we kill anything on the road, let's make sure we burn that.
I'm going to say at this point, if you want, the monk and the barbarian kind of came in
Yeah.
to see what's going on. If you want, Mary, I'm
Yeah,
assuming you're
well-
still kind of guarding, or do you come and say
I'm
something?
still staying outside
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a big grizzled wolf and a haggard-looking tiefling's gonna freak people out.
So you've
People
got-
don't respond well to a demon just showing up and going, "Hi guys."
I'm friendly.
They'll probably
like,
respond.
I don't
They'll
trust-
I'll
probably-
explain to the woman that these are friends and they want her.
What I'll say is that they do kind of go. They tell you their names. The three women are called Sigrid, Annalyn, and Tyria, if you care. They've got two young kids that are 4 and 6 that they don't tell you the name of, and they do have 6
That's
sheep
fair
with them. Okay. And they just look very panicked. As you
Did
say,
we see sheep print tracks?
Just did, but I forgot to tell you about them, so trust me, you see.
Oh,
them.
okay,
Don't-
okay.
It's not like integral to the story.
I
of
was
the sheep.
curious. I was just
Yeah, yeah.
curious.
I'll say
did
it
hear
was
beating.
confusing tracks, is what you found. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's fine.
what you do is
I don't think I rolled one.
you just go back and
Keep
forth
going.
with them and tell them what you're going to do, what your plan is, that you're trying to clear them out. And they tell you if you don't return within a couple of days, they're going to strike off south and try and get to Neverwinter. But they're
That's where we're from.
You okay?
If you go to a bar, there's a guy named Brian. Tell him that Willow Warren sent you and that you're good people.
The guild is called the irregulars. What do you call it?
Yes.
So I'll say that you write a little letter, an introduction
Yeah,
letter.
like-
Here's some people that we might cut out that we've rescued.
Yeah,
you sign
That's just
it,
in
you know,
case.
And they look and say they thank you for this, like realizing that they've got to walk like quite a long way through a mountain pass and that with a single dagger and 2 children and some sheep. But, okay, we'll try.
I have no arms to give them.
No, you don't. I mean,
I've
there's
nothing
not a lot you can do. I mean, unless you want to escort them back to Neverwinter, then come back. That's up to you. That's a funny
Probably
thing.
safer if
We'll
we
go
don't.
check out the thingy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So you do that. You still got, you help them out which way you can. Does anyone else want to provide them with any food, or is it just Rachel giving them the 3 days of supplies?
I'll give them a couple of rations as well.
Okay, so
Could
yeah,
I'll spare some well.
Could I send Ronan out to bring down a deer or something that I can give them?
absolutely.
They
Give
can
me.
just carve it up.
We might have to do it for them.
I like thinking you drag a deer in and you butcher it in front of them. It's badass. Yeah, if you want to go, if you want to spend some time, I'm going to say it's going to take some time. It's going to be a couple hours to do this. You can go and take down a deer. What skill would you like to use to do that? Do you want to just use your usual survival, or what's the other one you guys get? Nature.
Yeah, I'll use survival.
Go for it.
I'll stand guard while they're out
Yeah, I was thinking
to
it's all just kind of like
keep
these
an eye out.
I don't get a deer, but I do get some rabbits.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you come back with like half a dozen rabbits, and as soon as you bring them back, you give them the women just make short work of like skinning and like doing all the things you need to do to rabbits to make metal, like to get the hides off them. Because they're country folk, they're good at this kind of thing. They thank you quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, a bit taken
As
aback.
soon as I said before, I was like, yeah, they could do that shit.
Yeah, they're fine with that. I mean, that's what they do. Like all their clothes are made of hides and like leathers and
Yeah.
stuff, so they're quite used to it. I mean, there is fabrics, but they obviously trade for that. Well, not obviously, they traded for that. But yeah, you go back. You spend some time. The little kids seem particularly impressed by like the demon and the half orc, because you don't see a lot of people like that where they stay. So like they want to touch the horns, they want to touch the tusks.
You just remind them not to touch the wolf. Just
yeah, they
just
go
in
over
case.
the wolf and it's oh, okay, that's not a friendly doggy. The
Had a
elves,
bad day.
they go over and, like they want to say about the ears and that. They've got questions about that. And then there's a human monk in his pajamas and they're like, all right,
Go.
you have a very hairy chest, Mr. Monk. Your abs are chiseled.
I could give you a piggyback ride if you like.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. Give me a
Hell yeah, let's go, kid.
persuasion roll, mate, to give this.
Oh no, this is not gonna be good.
I will say 10 and above, and the kid accepts a piggyback ride, and you get to play with the children.
Is this a
Next time
persuasion for
I
the
see you at a con,
parents?
though, you have to give me a piggyback now. Just saying.
So persuasion check, yeah.
Yep. If
There
you
we
gave
go.
them food, you
16.
could be at advantage. 16, yep. The kids take piggyback rides off the monk, and he does some cool monk stuff. He's like running up walls and doing all kinds of like flips and stuff. They're loving it. The women kind of relax a bit, and like they seem a bit better now they've had something to eat. I'll say that I don't think you guys have any healing magic, do you?
Nope.
I do
Nope.
not.
No.
I don't think there's a specific skill for that, so I would just I'll say that you kind of treat the wounds. You've got like roughly, you've got like bits of fabric and that you can clean wounds, you can bandage them up and stuff, but like nothing major. It's not
There's
like a magic
medicine.
potion. Well, you can give them your magic potions if you want, but it's medicine.
No, I
actually
mean,
forgot
there's
this. Yeah,
literally
yeah.
the medicine
I
roll.
literally forgot that existed, Rachel. Yeah, cool. If you want to do the medicine, anyone that's got proficient in medicine can kind of treat their wounds for them. Does
I'm not.
does anyone ever take medicine as a proficiency?
No. I probably should, given the lifespan of my characters and how much they get hit.
It's like
I
medicine,
think I should have
nature,
actually.
survival. It's so
Yeah,
yeah,
of
two
course
people
you-
have survival. It's because nobody picks survival.
Yeah. I picked that over history.
Investigation, acrobatics, athletics, and arcana. Quite history as well, but even religion. Like, who wants that? But yeah, that's absolutely
Well, I
fine.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
got
got
religion
acrobatics
as
in
well.
I got acrobatics and
I
athletics.
picked some
which
strange
explains-
ones, Lee.
Which explains why I was bench pressing like a lot of children.
So yep, you spend a bit of time. I'll say that you were up early, and this is probably like mid-afternoon by this point. So, what would you like to do? Do you want to head straight to the village? Do you just want to try and do a bit of recon around the village? How do you want to do with this?
Should we creep up on them during the night? That might be a good idea.
Yeah. Do recon during the day and creep up
Yeah.
during the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cover
Yeah.
in darkness is a good plan.
But then the troll creeped up on us during the night.
Everybody
Yes, but the
give
wolf will be able
me-
to.
Everybody that's proficient. Is anyone proficient in history?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
History, nature. I will give you the straight intelligence checks if you want.
I can
Okay.
do
I can do
intelligence.
nature.
Then.
I can do insight.
I know you can do insight, mate, but not for this. You can't.
Okay.
I can't do shit within that one.
I can do perception.
Yep, that means you can look real hard or listen real hard.
I can't do history or nature.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm a -1 in history.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I will give you this one for free, seeing as Callum actually hit it. They attacked at night, and from what you remember of trolls and kobolds, nocturnal.
So you want me to roll?
So we should attack during the day.
So you want me to roll for
I am
history?
not telling you what to do. You don't
No,
need to. I'll
I'm
say
telling-
that you,
I'm
can,
tell-
you landed on it
I'm
anyway,
saying-
so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay.
It's actually a
You
good
can roll if
plan,
you want,
so-
just for funsies, but you already have the information. But if you just want to roll a history check, go for it.
Nah, that's alright.
I'll give you advantage, and that way you can just pretend that's what got the information.
Well, I certainly hope. Well, I certainly hope this goes out well.
Yeah, you got a nine. You got a
Okay.
crit. There you go.
19.
you got
Hey.
you got a crit for 19. Brilliant. Cool. Yeah. So you have a think about it, and then you do remember that. Yeah, you've learned about this before. The reason they attacked at night is because they always try and get the drop on people by going at night. Kobolds are particularly subterranean, and they don't like the sun. And trolls, based on how much they hate fire, just hate light in general. It hurts their eyes,
Makes sense.
so they just don't function as well during the day. So if you go to the
And I
village, it's
will-
my best
Best
to
we
do.
attack now.
And I literally have the power of the sun. Why don't I remember this?
I'll say it was part of your training. Things that are particularly susceptible to getting hit with the sun.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's absolutely fine.
Okay, guys, I think we should go now then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now
Time is best.
that's fine. So what I will say is that you move through the forest and you do so stealthily. This time, now with the knowledge that these things don't like to hunt during the day, you just kind of move a bit quicker because you're like there's less likely you'll actually come across these things. They'll probably find somewhere dark to hide out. The village, you eat the distance between yourself and the village, and it is on the horizon. It's probably about 20 minutes away. These are some distance. And what we'll do is, because it's 10:15, we will call it there. Because I'm up early for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Boo.
I will
I'm not
thank.
really for work.
I will thank any viewers that have stuck with us. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and this will get picked up. I'll work it out with you guys, but probably just do it next Sunday if that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll do it next Sunday, and we'll pick up and find out if you can save these villagers. I will read up on some characters because I should have known more things about that, and I'll read through this module again. But yeah, you've all done great. Does anyone have anything they want to plug? I'm running the Expanse tomorrow on this channel, which I've never run before, and I looked at the manual today. Holy fuck, is it big? But I'll probably do character
Is it?
creation and backstory stuff tomorrow, and then we'll run it for real the week after that. And I think we've got something running on Tuesday. I think Richard's running his D&D campaign on Tuesday, and Scott may or may
Yeah.
not be doing Demon Dogs on Wednesday, depending if he's busy or not.
Mm.
Anything to plug?
Yeah, I can only plug my my paranormal group, Unlock Paranormal, because we've got a new location for us in 5th of August, which is the Jedburgh Jail. So yeah, look up our website and get tickets to come along.
Ooh, tickets to come along? How much do you charge for a ticket?
£1
£30.
million.
You say £30?
No, 30.
What the fuck?
30.
Cool.
I'm sure it'll be a good experience.
Sounds like fun. Mary, have you got anything to plug?
Yes. So we have Callum in the D&D group, and
Hello.
he has written this.
Ooh.
It is available on eBay. It is a comic that he has written and drawn. Buy it. It's worth it.
Thank you so much.
That's
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say. Just get the comic.
Yeah, they can buy people's things. Callum, like Miri, who also has been on Sanity Check, Callum is actually a real life artist and arts things. Unlike me, I just make shit up. Michelle, have you got anything?
I haven't got anything, but thanks for watching, guys.
Be nice to
And
dogs.
thank you for our new people for coming to join us.
I appreciate it
It's
very
been
much.
really nice.
Ross, who is now underneath me, not below me, because that sounds weird.
Yeah.
Cool, anything you want to plug, Ross? Let's just
Uh,
finish it up now. Let's get
no,
some
just
more
want to say
classes.
thanks for having me tonight, and I will see you guys again next week.
Thank you, mate. Really much appreciate it. He's also the Ayrshire Batman, and he's got like a cosplay page. I don't know why they promote that, but he does. He is. He's also very good as Batman. He's very big. Callum, you've got stuff to promote, but we've already promoted it for you. So anything else you want to say? Be nice to
Well,
dogs.
I'd like to say thank you everyone for bearing with my amateurisms and the fact I do not know what I'm doing.
You did good.
But thank you
Yeah,
so
that's
much.
fair.
But thank you so much for having me over. And my comic is available on Amazon. There's a few copies in the Forbidden Planet in Glasgow, and there's a website, sentiostudio.com, where you'd be able to get the link. Thank you so much.
We will put the link up on our socials and that as well, but like literally
Yeah, we will.
as it follows them, but we'll do it anyway. So you know,
Aw.
that's all good.
You don't have to if you want to, but
No, we always want to help me. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That is what
We're
we
just
do.
like,
Crap, that's not it's done weird stuff. Right, cool. That's pretty much it from me, everyone. Thank you very much for anyone that's watched, and see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye bye. Bye
Right, now I have to
bye.
work out how to switch this thing off. I'll let you know. Be right back. I'll just
Press the off button.